Hey guys, this is Gordon Freeman, the Free Man, here again, just testing things out again. So, this should be working again. Yeah, I just wanted to figure, since there's so many different things to be said on the topic anyway, I'd go ahead and test this. It looks like, even though YouTube is not communicating very well with the streaming stuff, that it is actually working this time. So I just want to do like a very brief overview of what we already talked about. I'm just going to cover it again. If you caught it the first time, that's cool. If you didn't, then you know the stuff, you know the drill. So Tuesday evening, 9:30 p.m. on March the 19th, 2019, Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. We are doing sort of our test launch, going out of soft launch into phase 2. We're hoping that you will decide to come and join us. We're doing a live webinar, and you should be able to see on whatever platform you're watching on. We have a link directly for you to be able to sign up to our live webinar. Sorry if this comes in as a little bit of a spamming video. Very not intentional. We had a problem with our link up to YouTube, and it appears like it is working now. So I'm just going to do a very brief version, a recap of what the other channels, Periscope and others, were able to already get. So, and Facebook Live, etc., that kind of stuff. So it should be working. Should be working. So Politico as our premier video on the topic. What's up with that, right? So the whole ideology, idealists of the crypto world, of the crypto sector, decentralized and democratization is the big thing. And my concern from the political side of things is the issuing of stable coins. Governments are going to do more and more of the same, issuing stable coins, and banks will be issuing their own stable coins. And the most logical, the most part, if it's not specific fiat to different governments, it will be, pegged to the dollar, just being the most stable of stables, as it is now. But if you imagine, every government that does not want their citizens to be able to have the freedom to trade crypto and to run activities separate from the government, we're going to see a lot of those kind of windows close down as mass adoption gets closer and closer. And you know what I mean, from the first portal that's open to free individual who has some money and wants to invest in crypto, their accounts will be something that is subject to being able to tell your government, what is your purchase of buying this, or having a difficult time connecting your bank where the money is to your crypto. So being able to get hard cash in whatever fiat form into, let's say, a crypto ATM or through some kind of other variants of a wallet, being able to get your crypto easier that way. I see those things kind of phasing out for citizens of certain countries that have more control-hungry governments than others. But the entrance of government-issued or bank stablecoins also becomes immediately a concern on the market because of diluting the market. Meaning that right now what we're looking at is Bitcoin traded against Tether. Tether representing the dollar. Well, there's $87 million worth of Tether trading back and forth with Bitcoin. $87 million buying and selling, the volume total in the past 24 hours. Well, there's also PAX, another stablecoin. There's also USDS, there's another stablecoin. USDC is another stablecoin, and TUSD as opposed to USDT. These are all stablecoins, and some of them might have tens of thousands, one of them might have a million. But what those do is they show, maybe as much collectively as $2 to $3 million less in volume that a single coin Tether would show. But there's no question that Tether is outpacing all of them. Now, in a free market, if something is better than Tether, it should come along. But we don't want to have, one for every country. Have 180 different stable coins diluting Bitcoin. That also not only allows them an extra level of control inside the crypto world that people were ideally trying to shake centralization, but centralization, works its way into the market. But from the other aspect too, that some of those governments may not be concerned about the laws about manipulation, and the market could actually go even, more crazy than it is capable of doing now. So, there's the issue of centralization, decentralization is something that we'll talk about in great detail over and over. But just one of the things that, when I share concerns of this nature, it's because I know, the human nature aspect of that is true on a global political level as well. Governments get greedy for power, and they don't want people to be able to make their own decisions without interference. So as that goes along, eventually, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, eventually it's not as easy to do as what we are able to sit right down at our computer, open up an account, and start trading. And so I'm going to just drive home this point that mass adoption comes from liquidity. Liquidity comes from trading on a legitimate exchange. Boom, as easy as that. So your job in this quest for the crypto revolution is to help me get that message out. Help us to spread the word that mass adoption comes from liquidity. Liquidity comes from decentralized trading, or trading on a legitimate exchange. Whether you want to do, some kind of wallet trading, or you choose a different exchange. Listen, DEX is decentralized, but it means that you're responsible for everything that Binance provides for you on this centralized exchange. And it's not an evil kind of centralized. It's we make, immediate access to our liquidity so that you can trade, and it works really, really well. And they're very serious about privacy and security. So until they're not, I'm going to keep banging the drum for this being the right solution. So liquidity can happen on the marketplace too, outside of trading crypto against crypto. It's just not leading to mass adoption, and it's not the way that we want it to happen. By the time that McDonald's coin and Lowe's and Home Depot coin and all these different things are becoming options, and it becomes the popular thing, it'll already lead, the idealists of cryptocurrency a bad taste in their mouths. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's really cool when you can find like the local hot dog stand that uses crypto. They accept payments for crypto and that kind of thing. It's great. Use it, do it. But that's not going to lead to the mass adoption that we're looking for. And we don't want to wait for it to be Starbucks, making it easy for you to transfer your dollars into crypto. We don't want to wait for that to be the answer to mass adoption. We want to be the ones that lead to mass adoption. And trust me, if this message gets out to thousands, then those thousands get it out to millions. And everybody has, only $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000 to trade on the exchange. That can equal, 1, 2, 3 major whales. And if we do this right, we're all going to become whales at some point. We're going to graduate from minnow to shark to whale. And then we can do good things for our local communities. We can do things to reshape culture in a positive way, a meaningful, lasting way. And while doing so, we can be good citizens of whatever countries we live in by showing that we can be even more self-sufficient by finding our own solutions. So that, my friend, is the answer to centralization. So mass adoption, the way to do that is to show your support for crypto as if it was your favorite local shop. If you want to show your support, then you show that you believe in liquidity too. If you were to go and buy some produce, you have a jar of food of some sort, and you love it, so you want to show your support, you go to your mom and pop chain. They're the coolest cryptocurrency. Nope, they're a shopping center. They're a small grocery store, a local mom and pop shop. Same exact example. That's what we're trying to drive the point of. So you buy some of that value from them. You take the jar of food home, put it on the shelf, and they don't see you come back. And so, they already ordered another one, so they're in it for the next one. But you've already shown your support, and you say, nope, I'm holding on this till the end of time. Well, if everybody runs out of food, or they no longer make something fancy like that anymore, the value of yours might go way, way, way up. But nobody's going to eat it, first of all. I hope not, anyway. Unless it's something that, stands the test of time in that way. So, but the real idea is that they want you to come by every week. We've got your this week's jar of food for you. And that, my friend, is liquidity. They're earning off of the price that they have to add to whatever it costs them to produce that jar of food, and you're showing your support to them by buying it from them. When they restock, they're expecting to be able to sell it again. So it's as simple as that. When you're trading a currency, you're showing your support for it. They're transacting fees. They're showing value. If everybody were to buy Bitcoin once, $1,000 Bitcoin, everybody buys some, and then it just sits, it just became more expensive for the next person to come along, but there's no value being driven by it. So every business that is Bitcoin related is going to fail if nobody's trading it. If you trade it, there's price for transaction fees. There's fuel for whatever the transactions cost in the mining network. They got to get paid from some aspect of that. And Binance makes 0.1% to buy, 0.1% to sell. You get a small discount for using BNB coin to pay for your fees. And they make millions of dollars, probably tens and hundreds of millions of dollars in very short periods of time, because so many different trades are taking place. Well, if everybody makes one trade, they'll have a very good day if everybody did it all at once. But then they would go under because, the liquidity is the model that makes them money. So you're not betraying your favorite coin by trading it on an exchange. So, putting all those different things together, please join us for the webinar Tuesday, 9:30 p.m., March the 19th, 2019. We'd love to answer your questions after we go through all of our stuff. I'm going to teach you about what is cryptocurrency and how it works and why you should get into it now. This is a people's revolution, the crypto revolution. Mass adoption comes from liquidity. Liquidity comes from trading your cryptos on a legitimate exchange. Hashtag crypto louder, megaphone. Thank you for listening, and hopefully this stream worked. For those that watched the first stream on their favorite platform other than YouTube, thank you so much. Looks like YouTube may have gotten its thing right this time, so I hope that that is the case. And if so, then we will check that out. So thank you guys. We will talk to you soon. And for now, Archangel Alts out.